Did you have a nice time? The buckets? Ah. What are they doing, Daisy?
We want to play sand.
Well, they want to play sand for a minute.
Yes. Yeah, not in the playground.
No, you don't even have your...
We got this.
I don't know.
Spades, shovels, everything. We're ready.
No, your shoes, and you are going to eat your uncle.
Oh yeah, you go to Kentucky.
And you will be pelted.
No. No, Jason texted back just now. He said it would have been better to go earlier.
Why?
It would have been better to go earlier, he said. He don't know whether he can make it now.
Don't. We're cooking our food.
I took off my shoes.
Remove the socks.
I remove my socks.
Go on, go and have a little
Beach day.
little beach day. Go on, then, go on, have a little. Oh, look, there's a lady looking for a metal detector. Look.
Just leave the socks over there.
You won't find any treasure there. This beach has been combed since they invented the metal detectors.
Where is the shoes of prayer? Shoes of prayer. In the floor.
Anymore.
On the floor.
Right, here goes Paris. Daisy, be careful. Someone's used the steps.
Did you bring the thing?
Look at them. Paris, stop climbing up and down. They've been downtown on their own today on the bus, so I'm just coming down to pick them up. Paris wandering off. And there's... on Painton Beach, the bucket and spade. Right, this is where we live in England. This is Painton. This, of course, is Painton Pier. And that's Brixham over there. That's Brixham. That's my little hometown, really. That's Torquay. The other side of the pier that way. This is Torbay. So in Portugal, we live in the centre of Portugal, and we live in the countryside, surrounded by river beaches. And then here, we live by the seaside, in the best place in the entire part of England. This is called the English Rivera, where all the older people moved down to Torbay to retire. And that's how it gets its other name of God's Waiting Room. That's what Torbay is also called. There's a couple. It's like old people down there, old people over there. There's old people everywhere. In fact, you go to the Philippines and go to the villages, you see the old people, but you don't really see a lot of old people in the Philippines. That's when Daisy came here, she thought I was joking. So they call it God's Waiting Room, Daisy. And she said, why do they call it that? First week back, she came back, she said, oh my God, she said, every time I go down the town, in Brixham or Painton or Torquay, there's an ambulance loading an old person in. I said, yeah, I know, because they all fall over and drop dead and all sorts, because there's so many of them. I think Torbay's like, well, it was like 80% of the area was over 55 years old. And as you can imagine, all the families like us can't afford to buy houses anymore, which is why people my age used to think I was rich because I'd own my own house. Yeah. Now I've got a house in Portugal that we're building. Got a little shack here that I got to do up. Little house here up in Malden still. Got a lot of work still on that. And then we've got our little Philippines house in the mountains. So we're poor, but we've got our little houses everywhere. And look at them. My girls on that beach. Scrolling now, check the camera out. There they are. All this fresh air, look. And that's the first person. The first one that I've noticed wearing a mask. That's amazing. There's one little sheepy. There's no more. No one else is wearing them. Like I said, that lady's not going to find anything. There's two more coming now. Oh, bless me. What you used to find when you go metal detecting here, you'd find lots of Coca-Cola lids. I bet that's the same thing there. Oh, a bit tired today. Look, that man with the mask, look. That man with the mask is just looking down at all the kids and that on the beach. It's perfect. Perfect for weird people to be down here looking at people, isn't it? Oh, let's go down to the beach, wear a mask so no one notices who I am. Weird people. Yeah. There's my little parasol. As you can see, every single person that you're going by is really, really old. Bless them all. So they all retire in London and move to Torbay. They retire up north and then move to Torbay. It's quite funny, really. I used to do removals and odd jobs, handyman, odd jobs for people. And the men used to retire. And within 2 years, they passed away and leave their widows down here on their own in their little retirement houses. And I used to do lots of work for these old widows. It's sad sometimes because years I used to take care of them and then they'd all pass away in the end. And then another batch of old people would move in. And that would happen again. More and more. Always the husband first. Years of working. Retire. And then die within 2 years. Sad life in the UK. But at least they died in Torbay. So this is God's waiting room. Beautiful waiting room, isn't it? And my family were fishermen in Brixham. Hundreds of years. I was actually the last person to go out there on a fishing boat in the family. Very last. And that was when I was about 19. Yeah, maybe 19 when I went out the last. I fished from Brixham, which is there. Go all the way out to sea. And we fish all day long laying nets, and we'd end up in the evening in St. Peter's Port in Guernsey, and we'd have about 2 hours in the harbour in a restaurant selling some fish to have a nice meal, a few rum and cokes, and get back on board, and we'd have 4 hours sleep and then be steaming out again. So we'd have about 5 hours, 5 hours off, and then we'd steam all the way back again to Brixham, bringing all the nets up. And that fishing that I did was called netting, and they'd have nets that went for miles and miles and miles. And every day you'd lose nets, and then nets would be out at sea forever. It wasn't a nice way of fishing, but caught a lot of fish. So I was the last person in the entire family to ever be a Brixham fisherman. And I went back to my dad doing building. Yeah. Well, there's another man there. He's got a mask, but he's not wearing it. He's got it on his chin. So that's 2. Yeah. Look how big the ones. And the Daisy be walking up the beach with me when we're old. We came back home. Look at him, bless. Look at all the people doing their detecting there. He's even dug a little hole, that man. Got a little special spade. So you get people come down on holiday just to do metal detecting, which you're allowed to do on the beaches. One of the only places you're really allowed to do it. Oh, look at my cows there. Oh, just look at them. Oh my, look at them. My little baby Filipina. Well, Freya's birthday was the other day, so she's 3 now. Big girl now, 3 years old. Cher's going to be 5 next month. And Paris will be 7. 7 years old. Starting the proper school in Portugal. It's proper school they've been going, but it's what do you call it? Like kindergarten school they've been going, because they don't start until they're 6 in Portugal. Because Paris' birthday's in October, she missed the deadline, so now she's going this September into the proper school. But no matter what age they start, it's a lot better teaching in Portugal than it is in England. We say you'd start at 7, really they start at 3, because Freya's going to start when we go in September, next week, and she will be 3 years old starting school. So really, and it is in the big school, but they have a smaller class for them. So really, they do start at 3, but then they stay in the kindergarten area until they're 7, well, until they're 6, and then with Paris it'd be 7 because she's at the age group. Oh, and Cher will be the same. She'll have to wait until she's 7, so she'll be in the little class for a while longer. And the teachers are wonderful there, really, really good. Yeah, that's my girl playing sandcastles. Bless. But she's not let go of Freya, look. She just won't let go of her. Let go of her hand, Daisy. Today's the first day Daisy took the kids out all on her own. Whilst me looking after them mostly on my own in Portugal. I take them everywhere on my own and struggle in a foreign land, which it should start getting easier to do because Cher, Paris and Freya are learning their Portuguese, so they understand what the locals are saying. Yeah, in a minute. Whereas me, I just I'll be learning Portuguese for the next 25, 30 years. Yeah, I'll be learning for a long time to come. My girls will know it perfect. They say about 40% of Portuguese is similar or the same as Cebuana. So my Daisy there in Portugal understands nearly everything, well, a lot of what they're saying. So if you're Cebuana and you move to Portugal, you'll be really, really pleased to learn. Where's Paris going? Where are you going, Paris? Well, you can't miss us. What are you doing? Don't go in between these cars.
I need to find the.
Daisy, that'll do today. Come on. Yeah, come on.
I need that spray that I dropped into you.
Oh.
That's why. I need the spray.
Yeah, but Mum's going now because we're going to go out and get your KFC because Uncle Jason might be up there waiting to see us. Look, we're not getting back in your seat. Come on.
Oh, I'm going out.
Don't close the door. Leave it open. Don't run. You'll slip on that wall. And don't run in front of people, Paris. That jogger was really struggling. Bless him. Well, as you can see, absolutely just one single person has come down with a sheepy mask. That is really good. Daisy, it's really good. Only one person who looked a bit weird. I've got to admit, he looked a bit weird. Only one person walked by with a mask on. They're all getting their fresh air. Hey, but hey, listen, he did go over there and he was watching you girls. I think he might have been a weird one, hiding behind his mask. Paris! Cher! Go up the steps! Up the steps way! Go on the steps! Such a tough cookie, that one. You're like, Daddy, you are, you're tough. Paris!
Make sure you remove the bits that you put.
Paris! So you don't want to leave the beach.
Come on.
When's she gonna leave? Paris, come on!
Daddy, we bought that. Look, Daddy, we bought this.
Yeah,
Daddy,
not
look,
now.
we bought that.
You bought that for school? Is that for school?
No, we're not. Dada!
And you bought that?
Yeah. Hey, it's a little bit open.
Oh. Come on, Paris.
You open already?
We're going now, Paris. Bye. Bye.
Come on, Freya.
Bye.
Bye, Paris. Is it better, Paris?
Bye,
Bye,
Dada.
Daisy.
Bye, Ate Paris.
Bye, Dada. We can put my own collection in there.
Yeah, your pencil, your pen.
That's
You look
the last
after
little
it.
park we go sometimes.
Dada.
Alright, let's go see if Uncle Jason's there. I don't think he will be. He's a bit of a recluse now.
Like a shoes now.
Bye, Paris.
Come on, because we're off.
Don't worry, the sand will be there next time. She's upset she wants to bring the sand. What's happened?
Tell Daddy what you present Paris here, Daddy.
And then the castle there.
Oh,
The bridge.
Ate here, you don't have yet.
did you like doing it?
Yeah, and I'm making it. And I need the book out.
Oh, well, we're going now. You can stay on your own. Go that way. Go that way. Don't go in this way.
Two more apron to wax. Two more. Look.
Put them back. They'll melt.
It's already here. It's already here. It's already here. I had no idea why you let the speed. She's a silly girl. Why she let the speed win on her stuff? She's such a silly girl. Sit down, chair. I will put your shoes in.
Just go and get her. She hasn't. She's lost it. It's gone.
I have no idea.
She's gonna get lost. Go and grab her.
Mama.
She learned what she's doing.
We know what to do now. We know what to do now.
So lovely.
Not want to.
What was that you said?
No want to.
Didn't you walk in the airport then? Why you let this?
You're all starting to talk Filipino like your mum because of Freya, aren't you? I caught you on camera then, I think. Going, parrot, Cher going, like Cher does, like Freya does. So that's it. I've been down here a little while. And
Your shoes, Paris, is over there. Don't eat now, Paris. It's melting, Cher.
none.
It's melted.
All melted.
Put in the freezer, that one. Put in the freezer.
Number masks. So say bye-bye, Daisy.
Bye. Say bye-bye, Freya. Freya, say bye-bye to the video.
Poppy pop.
Say bye-bye.
Open puppy big pop.
That's it.
Bye bye.
Say what you want to say.
Puppy big pop. Pee pee bo pop. Puppy bo pop.
Thanks
Daisy.
for watching.
Let me open them. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
There's tape. There's tape, that's why.
Come down now.
There's tape.
Daisy.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
watching. And don't forget to click the bell button and like.
I'm in a package. Look. It's got it, man.